Hi. Every year, Apple introduces its new operating system for the iPhones and iPads. The operating system controls the look, feel, and functionality of the device and the applications. Apple recently released iOS 18, which has some exciting, fun, and useful new features. Messages is probably one of the most used applications on the iPhone and the iPad. And with the latest iOS 18 update, it's got some really exciting new features. For an overview of all the iOS 18 features, see my previous post, iOS 18 Unveiled, a look at Apple's game-changing features. And I'll include a link for that, in the comments. So here are some of the new features to look forward to in Messages. I will demonstrate them in more detail in just a moment. One of them is formatting. The look and feel of Messages hasn't changed much, but they've added enhanced formatting such as bold, italic, and underline, just like you see in Mail and some other apps. They've also added some fun new tapbacks, those quick little emoji reactions that appear in the upper right corner of Messages. They've also added some fun new text effects. Now these are brand new. They include big, small, shake, nod, explode, ripple, bloom, and jitter. These effects are dynamic, meaning they show motion. And you'll see what I mean in a moment in the demonstration. As someone who texts often, I've been waiting for these changes. Now I can really emphasize or downplay parts of my message and better convey the emotions and meanings that I want to get across. A cool new feature is you can now schedule messages to be sent at a later date or time, and even send and receive messages via satellite when Wi-Fi and cellular services are not available. Both of these are game changers. A fun little feature that they just added is equations. I'm not sure how useful this is, but it's kind of fun. You can start to type an equation or a conversion, and as soon as you hit the equal sign, it shows the answer. And one last little feature is they've now added what's called RCS, which is Rich Communication Services. And this means you no longer have to worry about the blue versus green message bubbles when sending texts between iPhone and iPad or a non-Apple device. You can now share the same high quality images and videos. You can see typing indicators, get read receipts, and enjoy better group messages. So now I will demonstrate these for you. To start with, I'm going to go to Messages, open Messages, open a message, and it pretty much looks the same as it did before. The changes are fairly subtle. But if I type a message on it, I can now add emphasis by adding a text effect, such as I'm going to select this word. I'm going to go to Text Effects, and I click on that, and you can see that I can now bold, italic, underline, or do a strike through on any of the words. And I selected all of them, so if you look at it closely, you'll see it's bold, italicized, underlined, and strike through. I can also add some neat new text effects of a different kind by going to Text Effect, and you can see these are all dynamic. I can go bigger, I can go smaller, I can shake, nod, explode, ripple, bloom, and jitter. So I can add that to a word. I believe I can only do one of those. It doesn't make sense to do multiple, but I can do it to one word or several words by selecting them, going to Text Effect, and choosing the effect that I want. Now that's really cool because you can really add some emphasis to the messages you are sending. You can also send a message at a later date or time, typing your message, and now you hit the plus sign and you hit Send Later, and I can choose what day and time I want that message to be sent. And here it confirms the day and time that I have set, and you can see it here. And if I hit the X, it'll cancel it, or I can hit the up arrow, and it's now scheduled to be sent at a later date and time. I can see that there. I can send a second message. And those will both be sent at that date and time. And when I hit and if I decide I want to send another message, now I can still do that by hitting the X. I see that these messages are still scheduled, and I can type a new message. Always check your spelling. I don't mean that to be 8, I mean that to be how are you? Like that. I can hit send, and these are the message I've already sent. Here's the one I just sent, but if I scroll up, I will see the ones that are scheduled. Now, that is really cool. I like that. Another feature is being able to send a message via satellite if you are out of range of Wi-Fi and cellular service. And when you do so, it'll pop up here and let you know. But to test it, if we can go to Control Center and hit Satellite, select Satellite, and we'll do a demo. Now, really I should be outside for this, but and anything that I do in this part is not going to really happen. So I can send a test message, I can try the SOS feature, and I tried connecting to the satellite, so yes, temporarily I'm going to turn off Wi-Fi and cellular. And now it's looking for the sky. And you really need to be outside with no obstructions. It's a very sensitive thing. So I'm going to keep pointing it for this demo. And as I rotate, you can see it's telling me where to look in the sky, where to rotate. And now it's complete. And technically I could start sending a message and use some of the other feature like Find Friends with my phone. And I can also receive messages. This only works with other iMessage devices such as iPhones and iPads and computers, Apple computers. So now I can send messages, I can receive from somebody, and it's really, really good, convenient to have. And since this is just a demo, I'm going to end it. Yes, end demo. You can play with the SOS the same way on your own. And remember, since this is a demo, it won't actually send or receive any messages or SOSs. So I'm going to go back to messages now. And here I am at messages. And another fun little feature which they added is equations and conversions. So you can start to type an equation, and when you hit the equal sign, it gives you the result. So for instance, 42 times 6, and now when I hit the equal sign, it will give me the result. And that's a lot of fun. I'm not sure how useful that is. You can also do it with some conversions, like 6 feet to inches equals And there we go, 72 inches. And then I could send that to whoever I'm messaging with if I wanted to. And remember, since I have those messages saved to be sent later, I can scroll up and there are those 2 messages, and that's the time they'll be sent. If I wanted to cancel those messages, I just tap on it. I can send those now, I can change the time, or just delete the messages and not have them sent. Anyway, I think these are amazing new features, and I hope you liked them too. So play with them and see what you think. Well, I hope you are as excited about these new features as I am. Please let me know in the comments what you think about them and which is your favorite. Also, let me know if you have any more questions. As always, please hit the like and the follow buttons, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.